We even notice that there's more animal fat eaten. Young ladies are having their first menstrual cycle earlier and earlier. Until today, now we know the average young lady is having her menstrual cycle between the ages of 9 and 11. I would say that when a woman, many years ago, was at the age of 16.8, I would say that if the difference between the age of 11 and even 15, a woman knows a lot more about her body, and especially if she's not cycling these hormones where she can get pregnant at such a young age. At least if she's having her cycle later, there's a less likely chance that now she's just going to get pregnant. Look at the cholesterol levels in meats. Chicken is very high, beef is very high, fish has almost half. Definitely want to lean more in the direction of fish. This is what a traditional dairy cow would look like. Nowadays, we're pumping the cows full of hormones, pesticides, herbicides, antibiotics. So today, 50 years ago, a cow produced 2,000 to grow faster, right? So if you already have some kind of cancer cell in your body, and you're eating so much of this, and it has all these hormones in it, then you're just causing certain cells like cancer to grow faster. And if you're not exercising and the cells are growing faster, and let's say you're not getting to the gym, then fat cells are growing faster too. So you're sitting around, and as you're sitting around, you've got these steroids running through your system, now you can't understand why you can't lose the weight. Sometimes it gets so bad, metabolic syndrome X, that we have to go in there and give hormones to rebalance this entire hormone distribution pattern in the body. And that's what they will figure out in America as the cause of obesity, hormone and metabolic syndrome X. Blockers. High cholesterol, hormones, antibiotics, very hard to digest. I'm not saying that you never have to have a burger again. I'm saying get yourself some organic meat. Every once in a while you want to have a burger, stick with fish. But you've got to start noticing that if you're going to make choices about what kind of animal products you're going to eat, they should be animal products that come from the cleanest sources. I would choose organic meat. I would choose organic chicken. I would choose organic turkey. They get it here from New Zealand or Australia. You can get it in many of the places. Chickens grown here, outside, no regulation, viruses and bacteria easily can get in. Farmed fish, you want to make sure fish is actually coming from clean sources. Deep water fish is much better. Many farmed fish contain hormones, antibiotics, food coloring. Sometimes in coastal waters, you want to make sure that it's deep water because the coastal waters have mercury, DDT, industrial pollutants. The fish are filtering through this all the time. So take deep sea fish when I go out to eat. Deep sea fish. These animals are given antibiotics, sulfamethazine, PST, which is again a hormone given to them so they can grow faster. There's no regulation around how much. You're going to ask yourself, how much protein do you actually need? Well, let's look at a couple of people who actually have eaten diets where they really are not on animal products. This was a 9-time gold medal winner, Carl Lewis. The only animal product that he ate in training was egg whites and eggs. Mostly from plant-based foods. Here's a bodybuilder who builds muscle using a plant-based diet. Sometimes when you cycle so much protein through your body, you're using anabolic steroids, and I assure you, with the number of hip fractures and problems that he's had, he definitely was using anabolic steroids. They found out from his secretary exactly what his history was. So here he is, and he looks like this. This is the way you all picture him now. This is the way you picture him now. I guess this is the way it's supposed to look, but let's see what he looks like now. Looks like every other guy to me. I guess the steroids wore off. Arnold ate 6 meals a day during his bodybuilding career. The total calorie intake was 5,000 a day and 300 grams of protein. If you're going to eat these large amounts of protein, you're going to get osteoporosis. You're going to get kidney stones. You're going to get acid-alkaline imbalance, and you're going to get liver dysfunction. He came off a bunny slope in Northern California skiing, a bunny slope, and he fell and broke his hip. Because of the steroids, because of the high-protein diet. And how would it be that this high-protein diet could cause these problems in the bones? How could it possibly do that? So now, that you've not realized that you were in any medical school, we're going to figure out how this is done. What can I say if I have an 8-ounce steak, what is mostly in this steak? What is mostly in this steak? Why would somebody eat so much of this? What's in it? Protein. Very high protein. So protein is made up of what? Amino acid. So this is a giant block of acid. Really. So then I eat this giant block of acid. It goes down. I digest it. It goes into my blood. Let's say that it's down here. I get some acid indigestion. What do I take for that? An antacid, which has calcium bicarbonate in it. Because it neutralizes acid. But let's say I eat a giant steak, and then all this acid goes into my blood. And my body's going to say, whoa, that's a lot of acid all at once. So how is it going to correct that problem all at once? There's a lot of acid going into the blood. So what it's going to do is it's going to take what's in your blood, calcium bicarbonate, and it's going to hook it to the acid. And the calcium hooked to the acid is then going to be cycled down to your kidneys, and then you're going to pee out the acid and the calcium. But your body wants to be prepared if that's going to happen again, so it has to get calcium from something now. 2 teaspoons in the second week, 2 teaspoons in 1 glass of water in the third week. This is where we can start getting the blood moving in the right direction. This will make more sense when you come back next week, because next week you're going to learn many, many things, like how to make the food most active, how to get so much out of the food that you're noticing you don't need vitamins and minerals anymore and all the supplements you're taking. How to make sure that when you eat food, you're eating less and less and noticing you're feeling more and more satisfied. How your bloodstream will work better, how your digestive system will work better, how all of these factors can come into play and work more healthfully for you. So John's going to come up here and give directions. You want me to do it? We're going to be going to the health food store. No. Okay, here you go.
Thank you, Rich. I need you to open up your book, the 21-Day Detox Guide book. You saw it earlier. We were looking at it in the beginning. We want to go to day 1. Day 1. That starts tomorrow. Okay? Everybody got that? Okay. For breakfast tomorrow, you should be having a blended meal, a smoothie. Okay? So tonight, on your way home, maybe you need to pick up ingredients for that. If you look through your book, you have 7 different smoothie recipes. You can have the same smoothie every day, or you can make your own smoothie, or you can go have somebody come over to your house and make a smoothie for you. Doesn't matter. These recipes are not like, this isn't like a biblical document. You can make changes as you want, okay? It's not, you don't have to follow it. If there's something you don't like, just leave it out, okay? But we want you to have a blended meal in the morning. If you absolutely can't, you should have fruit, something like that. We have another gentleman here that's doing green juice in the morning, something like that. Anybody have a question about breakfast? Nobody. Everybody's clear. Yeah.
I don't have a blender. I don't know if I can buy one tonight. So if you have a blender.
Oh, then by Monday then. You start tomorrow with fruit. Okay? Big C has it. Okay.